Is it screen visible? Screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, yesterday we discussed the importance of studying programming languages and history of programming languages, right? In the history of programming languages, we discussed this part: machine language, assembly language, and high level language. Till this point, high level language, yesterday we discussed. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
To this point. Yes or no? Yesterday we have seen these points. What are those points? Importance of studying programming languages. This is the first unit, fundamentals of programming. In that, importance of studying programming languages as well as the history of programming languages. In that, what is machine language, what is assembly language, and what is high level language. Till that, yesterday we have seen. Right? Or shall I explain once again these points all?
Yes, sir, please
Yes,
explain.
Kailash Satpute. Okay. Today again I will discuss these points. Importance of studying programming languages. What is the importance of studying the programming languages? There are the reasons for studying the programming languages concepts. One is, first of all, one is the increased capability to express idea or increased capacity to express ideas. Right? In this, increased capability or the ability to express ideas, the study of different programming languages makes the programmer with variety of programming constraints. The study of different programming languages. So many different programming languages are there. Already you know, C is there, C++ is there, Java is there, so and so many programming languages are there. So to study the different programming languages makes the programmer with variety of programming constructs. Programmer can understand various data structures, control structures, abstractions, and their ability. Programmer can understand various data structures, control structures, and abstractions, and their ability. They can use suitable programming constructs to express the ideas they want to implement. What we want to implement, for that different programming languages are there. How to express our ideas in the programming languages. That is what the increased ability or the capacity to express the ideas. It is believed that the depth at which we think is influenced by the expressive power of the language in which we communicate our thoughts. This is the now communication in between you. This is the lecture, the communication you and me. Like that, in the programming languages, we communicate our thoughts. It is difficult for people to conceptualize structures they can't describe verbally or in writing. Language in which they develop software places limits on the kinds of control structures. Programmer can understand various data structures, control structures, abstractions, and their ability they can use. Awareness of a wider of programming languages features can reduce such limitation in software development. We can use suitable programming constructs to express the ideas they want to implement. Can language constructs be simulated in other languages that do not support those constructs directly? Every programming languages use data structures, control structures, abstractions, and their ability. So this is what increase the capacity to express ideas. How our ideas we can express. That is why this is one of the importance of studying programming language, to increase ability or the capacity to express ideas, new ideas. This is the first point. Second point is that improved background for choosing appropriate language. Improved background for choosing appropriate languages. By the knowledge of various programming languages, we can be aware of its variety of features. Many programmers, when given a choice of languages for a new project, continue to use the language with which they are most familiar, even if it is poorly suited for new projects. While developing a software application programmer, we make appropriate selection of the language whose features are most applicable. If these programmers were familiar with other languages available, they would be in a better position to make informed language choices. While developing a software application programmer make appropriate selection of the language whose features are most applicable. For example, if requirement of use of GUI, if application requirement is use of, is it screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
मशीनवरचं पॉवर सप्लाय केलेला आहे कॉलेजमधला. मशीनवरती जे होतं ते डिस्कनेक्ट झालेलं आहे लाईट गेल्यामुळे. आता जे काय आहे ते मोबाईलवरती स्क्रीनवरती दिसतंय, पण ते किती वेळ दिसेल हे माहित नाहीये. ते कारण मशीनवरनं मी बघत होतो ते फक्त आता तसंच राहणार आहे. इट विल नॉट मूव्ह बिकॉज इट इज ऑन द मशीन. हे मशीनवरती होतं हे इतकंच राहणार आहे, हे मूव्ह नाही होणार पुढं. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लेम. हा नाव मी म्हटलं ना ते काही सेकंदासाठी राहतं, नंतर निघून जातं ते. कारण डेस्कटॉप वरती मी ओपन केलं होतं ना फाईल. तुम्हाला स्क्रीन जे शेअरिंग केलं ते डेस्कटॉप वरती केलंय, आता जे आहे हे मोबाईल वरती आहे. राईट. दिस इज द कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन यू अँड मी. माझ्याशी कम्युनिकेशन करायचंय तुम्हाला. एनी वन ऑफ यू डू द अनम्यूट अँड डिस्कस विथ मी. म्हणजे मी काय विचारतो त्याचं यस नो मध्ये बोलायचं, जे काय असतं ते सांगायचं, करायचं. राईट. Okay. Now the importance of importance of studying programming languages. Now second point is that improve background of choosing appropriate language. For the selection of the programming language, by the knowledge of various programming languages, knowledge of having the various programming languages. Now you might have the knowledge of C programming language, C++ programming language, Java programming language, and so many other programming knowledge you might have right now. One can be aware of its variety of features. While developing a software, application programmer can make appropriate selection of the language whose features are most applicable. For example, if application requirement is use of GUI, graphics user interface, then the programmer will choose Visual Basic as the programming language. If application requirement is of the graphics user interface, then the programmer will choose Visual Basic as the programming language. Third point is that the increased ability to learn a new language. Increased ability to learn new language. Due to the knowledge of programming constructs and implementation techniques, programmer can learn new languages easily. Due to the knowledge of programming constructs and implementation,
आज कटिंग हुई थी।
Is it visible now properly?
Yes, it is.
Increase the ability to express ideas, improve background for choosing appropriate language. Appropriate language we have to choose, no doubt in that. If the application requirement is the use of GUI, then the programmer will choose Visual Basic as the programming language accordingly. Third point is greater ability to learn new languages. Due to the greater ability to learn new languages, programming languages are still in a state of continuous evolution, which means continuous learning is essential. Right? Programmers who understand the concept of object-oriented programming will have easier time learning Java. We can use object-oriented programming in C++ also, in Java also, in some other languages also. That part we will see later. Once a thorough understanding of the fundamental concepts of language is acquired, it becomes easier to see how concepts are incorporated into the design of the language being learned. It means due to the knowledge of the programming constructs and implementation techniques, programmer can learn new language easily. If your programmer having the construct as well as the implementation techniques, if you are capable for this implementation techniques, then programmer can learn new language easily. Once a thorough understanding is there, theoretical understanding is there of the fundamental concepts of the language. Once it is acquired, then it becomes easier to see how concepts are incorporated into the design of the language being learned. This is what the third importance of the studying programming language. Next point is the understand significance of implementation. Understanding of implementation issues leads to an understanding of why languages are designed the way they are. Understanding of implementation of issues leads to an understanding of why languages are designed the way they are. This in turn leads to the ability to use a language more intelligently as it was designed to be used. This point, implementation issues leads to an understanding of why languages are designed the way they are. This C++, why it is designed? It is designed for the purpose of object oriented. This Java is also object oriented. These are the languages are designed for this purpose, for the purpose of object, for the purpose of object. Why languages are designed the way they are, right? In this, this is what in why those languages are designed, for what purpose they are designed. Accordingly, we have to choose. What is the significance of the particular language? What is the significance of the particular language C? What is the significance of the language C++? What is the significance of the language Java? What is the significance of the database management system? Right? What is the significance of R programming language? Like this, why in why languages are designed the way they are? That there is a significance of implementation to understand its implementation, understanding its significance for implementation. This is the one of the importance of studying programming language. Next is the ability to design new languages. Ability to design new languages. The more languages you gain knowledge of, the better understanding of programming languages concepts you understand. Ability to design new languages. The more languages you gain knowledge of, the better understanding of programming languages concepts you understand. C you have learned, C++ you have learned, Java you have learned. Then uh, what is the ability to learn in this design of new languages or better understanding of programming language? Once if your concepts uh, in C or in C++, once it is clear, then it will be easy for learning the new languages. Then it will be easy for learning the Java programming language. It will be easy to learn the R programming language and so on. If you know the basic concepts, if it is clear, if basic concepts are clear, then it will be easy for learning the new languages. This is what the ability to design new languages. Next, our importance is the overall advancement of computing. Overall advancement of computing. By understanding variety of features of programming languages, by understanding variety of features of programming languages, such as arrays, dynamic arrays, strings, dynamic memory allocation, generic programming, the programmer can use these features for advanced level implementation and computing. In some cases, the language become widely used, at least in the past, because those features in position to choose languages were not sufficient familiar with the programming language concepts. May believe that although 60 is one of the programming language, was a better language than the Fortran. Fortran, what is the Fortran? This is the formula translation. It is the acronym of formula. FOR, that is the formula, TREN, that is the translation. Formula translation. This is one of the language, that is the Fortran. So many such programming languages are there. In the history of programming languages, it is mentioned here. So many, see here. ADA is there, BASIC is there, Smalltalk is there, C, C++, C hash, COBOL, Fortran, Java, Pascal, Python, Visual Basic, and so on. So many programming languages are there. Right? So many programming languages are there. Lisp is also there. This is the short form of the list programming. L is the list, LIS, this is the list, and P is the processor. List programming. COBOL, that is the common business oriented language. So many such beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code, that is the basic. Pascal, this is name of the mathematician, that is the scientist, it's a scientist name. This is the C. C is the general purpose. Based on the earlier language called B, it is a C is a general purpose, low level, created for Unix systems. Currently, the world's most popular programming language. C is the world's most popular programming language. Many leading languages are direct use, including C hash, Java, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, and Python. Ada is also programming language. C++ is there. Objective C, object-oriented extension of C. Perl is also one of the this general purpose uh, language is there. It is a high level created for report processing on Unix systems. Python, Ruby, Java, PHP. This is the personal home page, PHP, JavaScript. And these so many such programming languages are there, right? So the overall uh, uh, advancement of computing in this, and by understanding variety of features of programming languages, variety of features of programming languages. So may believe that Algol 60 was a better language than the Proton formula translation. This is the in this year. These are the programming languages used for where the formulas are to be translated. Where the formulas are to be translated. This, however, Proton was mostly widely used, right, for the formula translation. It is attributed to fact that the programmers and managers uh, didn't understand the concept to design the Algol 60. So, but in the programming languages such as arrays, dynamic arrays, strings, dynamic memory location, generic programming, the programmer can use these features for advanced level implementation and computing. So these are the different features of importance of studying programming languages to increase the ability or capacity to express the ideas, improvement background of for choosing appropriate languages, greater ability to learn the new languages, understand the significance of implementation, ability to design the new languages, overall advancement of computing. So these are the different importance of studying programming languages. All these points we will see later in detail in this subject. Now, second point is that in our this syllabus, history of programming languages. History of programming languages. Computer programs are known as software. Already you know what do you mean by a program, what is the software, what is the hardware, all these things already you are all are familiar with this. Computer programs known as a software are instructions to the computer. A set of instructions written for a particular task that is called the program. A set of programs that is the software, right? A set of programs that is the software. You tell a computer what to do through programs. You are telling to the computer what to do the programs. Uh, what to do the program. Without programs, a computer is an empty machine. If no program is there, then it is an empty machine. Computer do not understand human languages. Like the English like language, human understand these languages, like the English like languages. So you need to use computer languages to communicate with them. Computer languages. You need to use computer languages to communicate with them. Computer languages means what? These the assembler, compiler, interpreter. These are the translators. For that, these are the translators. It means that these are the also softwares. These are also the programs which converts the programs written by the human, right, using English like words, to it converts to the machine level language. It means computer language. So that is why, so you need to use computer languages to communicate with them. Programs are written using programming languages. These compiler, interpreter, all these are the translators, assembler. But these are also the softwares which converts the programs written in high level language, means human written programs like English like words, which converts into the machine understanding. Machine understands only the binary in terms of zeros and ones. In terms of zeros and ones, machine can understand only in terms of zeros and ones. So the programs written in high level language converts it into the machine level language, in which the machine can understand. Machine can understand only the binary in terms of either it's 0 or 1, either high or low, either on or off. Like that, it is 0 or 1. Machine understand only the binary code 0 1 0 1 0 1. That's all. Machine will not understand what I am speaking, what you are understanding. This I am using English like what I am communicating with you. This we can understand. Machine can't understand this. Machine understands only the binary in terms of zeros and ones. So for translating this, we required the we required these translators. So these are the things: machine languages, machine language, assembly language, and high level language. Now machine language, the language a computer speaks in machine language. It means in terms of zeros and ones. Machine language is a set of primitive instructions built into every computer. Already it is built. Machine languages are different for different type of computers. See, this point is important. Machine languages are different for different type of computers. The instructions are in the form of binary code. The instructions are in the form of binary code in the machine languages. So you have to enter the binary codes for various instructions. So you have to enter binary codes for various instructions. Program with native machine language is a tedious process. Moreover, the programs are highly difficult to read and modify. Why it is highly difficult to read and modify? Because the programs are in terms of the binary. For example, it is mentioned here to add two numbers. You might write an instruction in binary like this. If the binary two numbers, addition of two numbers, this 110 110 10 like this, it is highly difficult to read, as well as if error is there in the addition of two numbers, then also it is highly difficult to modify, right? That is why in the machine language it is highly difficult to read and write, because it is a tedious process. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Machine languages?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, assembly language. Next is the assembly language. Otherwise, we will see that after high level language, we will see assembly language. It will be more convenient for the understanding. Then high level languages. High level languages are English like words and easy to learn and to write the program. High level language. I am speaking in English language. You are all of you are understanding this. You are if you speak in English, I can understand this, right? Using English like words, you can understand myself, I can understand. So it is easy to write the program in high level language, means English like words. So then when we are writing the programs in high level language, means English using English like words, then it will be easy to read as well as to modify. because this we can understand. That is why it is easy to read as well as to modify. But in case of machine language, it is difficult, highly difficult to read and modify. Because machine understand only in terms of binary, in terms of zeros and ones. So this is what the difference between machine language and high level language. So many comparison points are there, many different points are there for high level language and low level language. Right. Now clear this high level language. For examples of these high level languages are all the programming languages: C, C++, Java, Pascal, COBOL, Proton. All these we have seen below this PPT. It is there. That point is there. So many R programming is there. So many other languages are there. These are the examples of the high level languages. Now, the third language is the assembly language. This assembly language is a low level language in which a mnemonic is used to represent each of the machine language instructions. Assembly language is a low level language.
नाही उचलली तुम्ही आता ते ठेवा मीटिंग चालू माझी.
Each of the machine language instructions. Here the word mnemonic is there. Mnemonic means what? Mnemonic means, for example, suppose addition of two numbers. Right? This program we want to write. Then in the assembly language, what is the how to write the instruction here in this language? Add A comma B means A double D. Add is the mnemonic. I am giving you one example. What is the mnemonic? This is called A double D. A comma B means what? A double D is called the mnemonic. Subtract A comma B. In this, subtract is the mnemonic. Right? This in assembly language we have to write the program in this way. We have to write the instructions in this way. Add A comma B. Later we have to give the input. What is A and what is B? B is one input, A is one input, B is another input, and we want the addition of these two numbers. In this way, we have to write the instructions, write the statements, write the programs in assembly language. Using the assembly language, we have to write these programs. You have microprocessor subject in this semester. In that, you have to learn all this assembly language. You how to write the programs using these mnemonics. So assembly languages were developed to make programming easy. Since the computer cannot understand assembly language, computer cannot understand assembly language also. Computer cannot understand high level language. Computer cannot understand assembly language. However, a program called assembler is used to convert assembly language program into machine code, into machine language. For that, assembler is there. Assembler. This assembler will convert the program written in assembly language into machine language. That is the machine code or the object code. For example, to add two numbers, you might have write an instruction in assembly code like this. Just now I told you this. Add A comma B. Here in one example it is taken. Add 2 comma 3 comma result. Add 2 comma 3 comma result. This is the figure. Assembler translate the assembly language into machine code. This is the assembler. This is the assembly level programming. Add 2 comma 3 comma result. The input is given to this using assembler. It is converted in the machine code file. Machine code. machine language, object code, binary code, machine language, binary code, machine code. All these are one and the same word. Same. These are the all words. Object code, machine language. It is in terms of zeros and ones only. See here. This is the machine code. Fine. It is in terms of zeros and ones only. Machine can understand only this language. Whatever you are writing the program in high level language, but at the end, when you will compile the program, this machine can understand the whole program. It is translated in terms of the binary code only, in terms of 0 and 1 only. You have written program in assembly language, assembly source file, assembly source code, add 2, 3, result. Using this assembler is also one of the translator, which translates the programs written in high level language into the low level language, means machine level language, into the means in object code, means in machine code. This is what the assembly language. And programs written in high level language which converts into the machine level language. For that we are using the compiler or the interpreter. For after till now in first year and AC part 1 you have written so many programs in C or C++ or in Java, and after completion of the program you compiled that program for getting the output. Right? After writing the program, you compiled the program for getting the output. Means you compiled means what? You translated that high level programming language into the machine level language, into the machine code, into the object code, using that compiler. Compiler is also one of the software. This assembler is also one of the software. Interpreter is also one of the software. These are the different translators which translates the program written in English like words, high level language into the machine level language. At this level, in AC part 2, all these concepts must be clear here only. Right? This is the these are the translators. If anybody asks you what is a compiler, you have to define in this way. Compiler is also one of the program, one of the software which translates the program written into the high level language into the machine level language. Means in terms of the machine code, in terms of the binary code, in terms of 0 and 1s. Clear this, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Clear this, all of you?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. That's good. Now next our part is yesterday we have discussed this point also. If example is there, this is the example is given for high level language statement that computes the area of a circle with radius. An area of a circle pi r square. This is one of the examples given that it is written in high level language, high level statement. It is there. There are more than 100 languages. The most popular of them, there are hundreds of more than 100 languages are there. Most of the popular of them are the ADA, BC, Smalltalk, C, C++, C, Hash, COBOL, Fortran, Java, Pascal, Python, Visual Basic. These are the most popular languages. ADA, Basic, Smalltalk, C, C++, C Hash, COBOL, Fortran, Java, Pascal, Python, and Visual Basic. This is the just now I told you this. This is the COBOL, Common Business Oriented Language. Fortran, for visual translation. Is Java, developed by Sun Microsystem, now part of Oracle. Now it is the part of the Oracle. Java. It is widely used for developing platform uh, in dependent internet applications. This Java is developed by Sun Microsystems. Now it is the part of the Oracle. Oracle is the database management system. It is widely used to develop, used for developing platform independent internet applications. Pascal, it is name of the scientist. Uh, Name of the scientist, it is given that name, Pascal. Calculating machines in the 17th century. It is simple, structured, general purpose language, primarily for teaching programming. This Python, a simple general purpose scripting language. Python is a general purpose scripting language, good for writing short programs. Visual Basic is also one of the programming language. Visual Basic was developed by Microsoft and it enables the programmers to rapidly develop graphical user interfaces. Where this programming language can be used in this Visual Basic can be used in where the GUI are going to develop graphical user interface want to develop there we can use Visual Basic programming language. The history and influence of programming languages. This is the history is there in 1957 Proton it was developed in 1958 list processor or list programming. This is also a high level language. It is developed in 1958. In 1959 COBOL, Common Business Oriented Language. It is also high level language primarily for business computing. Common business oriented language means this software, this programming language is used widely used for the business computing. First programming language is to be mandated by the US Department of Defense. Next in 1964, basic programming language, beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. It was developed in 1964 and designed for simplicity. Popularity exploded in the mid 70s with home computers. Early computer games were often written in BASIC, including Mike Mayfield's Star Trek. In 1970, Pascal, this programming language was developed for the purpose of commercial versions, widely used throughout the 80s. In 1980s. In 1972, the C programming language was developed. It is a C programming language is a general purpose, low level, created by the for Unix systems. It is especially developed for the Unix systems. Then in 1980, ADA, after ADA, Lawless, inventor of the first programming language. This ADA is a high-level language derived from Pascal. This ADA is derived from the Pascal, constructed by the US Department of Defense in 1977 for the developing large software systems. In 1983, C++ uh, was developed. Formerly C with classes. C++ is the increment operator in the C. Intermediate level, object oriented, an extension of C. This C++ is an extension of C with enhancements such as classes, virtual functions, and templates. In 1983, C, object oriented extension of C. In 1987, Perl language was developed. In 1991, Python was developed. This Python is the general purpose high level created to support a variety of programming styles and be fun to use. In 1993, Ruby. In 1995, Java programming was developed. In 1995, yeah, PHP, personal home page language was developed. This is open source. PHP is the open source general purpose language. And in 1995, JavaScript was developed. This is also JavaScript is also high level language created to design where it can be used to extend web page functionality. Created to web page functionality. Dynamic web page used for form submission or validation, interactivity, animations, user activity tracking, etc. For these purposes, this JavaScript programming language is there. A program written in a high-level language is called a source program. A program written in high-level language is called a source program. Because a computer cannot execute a source program. A source program must be translated into machine code for execution. A source program must be translated into machine code for its execution. Means we are a source program, we are going to compile, we are going to translate into the machine code, into the machine level language. That is the machine code object. The translation can be done using either programming tool called an interpreter or a compiler. Just now I explained all this. The translation can be done using another programming tool. Another programming tool means interpreter is also one of the software. Compiler is also one of the software. Using these tools, using these translators, we are converting our source program into the machine code. An interpreter needs one statement from the source code, translate it to the machine code or virtual machine code, then executes it right away. Here it is shown in the figure. Here high level source file, interpreter, output. High level source file, compiler, machine code, executor, output. These are the different figures. It is shown. First, this figure is the interpreter translator and executes a program one statement at a time. And this figure B shows a compiler translates the entire program into the machine language file for execution. Compiler translates the entire program. The entire program translates from source program into the machine. Here, in the interpreter, only one statement it can read. It translates into the machine. This is one of the difference between compiler and interpreter. If any error is there at this statement, then it will stop here only. It will not read. The interpreter will not read the next instruction, next statement. If it is correct, then and only then current instruction is correct, then and only then interpreter will read next instruction. Otherwise, it will stop there only. But while compiler reads the entire program. Whether it is correct or wrong, it compiles, it translates the entire program into the machine language. If any errors are there, it will display. Otherwise, it will ask for the executor for getting the output. It will ask the user to give the inputs. So then it will give the output. Then it gives the output. This is what the interpreter and Clear this, all of you? Clear this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Very nice. Thank you. Now it's 1:50. Today I will stop over here because after few minutes again we have the practical now. All of you are getting it now, whatever I'm teaching you.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Thank you. Thank you very much. Now here I will stop today. Okay. Remaining part we will see in tomorrow's lecture. Okay.